An emotionally charged day in the Jerusalem Supreme Court. On Monday, Israel's top court heard petitions on whether to uphold the government's decision to fire Shin Bet's chief, Ronen Bar. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced on March the 20th that he intends to fire Bar for a, quote, lack of trust. Netanyahu claims this stems from Bar's failings in his role as the head of the security agency on October the 7th, specifically not warning the Prime Minister that an attack was likely in the early hours of that Saturday morning. Bar claims that this decision was politically motivated as the Shin Bet is investigating two cases close to the Prime Minister: the leaking of classified military documents to the media by his then spokesperson Eli Feldstein, and Feldstein and Netanyahu aide Yonatan Ulrich supposedly being employed by a foreign country to promote their interests, known as Qatar-gate. After several petitions filed by critics of Netanyahu, Attorney General Gali Baharav-Miara decided to reject the dismissal of Ronen Bar.
We are here to stand and say Israel is not going to let Benjamin Netanyahu to destroy our security.
The session got off to a feisty start with two stoppages. First of all, Itzik Bunzel, the father of a fallen soldier, was ejected for disrupting proceedings by slamming Ronen Bar's actions on October the 7th. And a second stoppage after Likud member of the Knesset, Tali Gottlieb, shouted in support of Bunzel.
איפה הכבוד לרשות השופטת? איפה הכבוד לרשות השופטת? זאת הדרך? יש כאן מרד.
There is a rebellion here, a rebellion of the Supreme Court against the legislative branch and the executive branch. I have become stronger in my opinion on several things. First of all, the duty to restrain the powers of the High Court. They have no authority and also zero responsibility. Do they think they can keep Ronen Bar here?
The High Court judges were aware of how unprecedented the decision to fire Bar was.
When it comes to the head of the Shin Bet, everyone here, including us, I think, will agree that it is unlike any other position. But you can apply it in the softer way. You can apply it in a stricter way, precisely because of the interests that the head of the Shin Bet is entrusted with. And because we are all taking seriously the security of the state, we need to make sure that the decision was made on the basis of an appropriate factual foundation.
The government's defense, led by Zion Amir, laid out Netanyahu's case and reasoning for firing Ronen Bar.
All the petitioners here come out in a strong defense of Ronen Bar's tenure. He should remain there, and I see it as a danger to democracy. Precisely for this reason, I see his remaining in office as a danger to the democratic regime. No less and no more. These letters are a stain on the head of the service, a real rebellion against the authority of an elected government. He rebels against his duty from the first moment. He begins by leveling baseless accusations about the Prime Minister's improper motives.
Netanyahu has claimed that Bar's investigations into him are headed by the, quote, deep state. And with Netanyahu's crusade against institutions he believes are saboteurs to his government, such as the High Court, the outcome of these petitions, whichever side the court favours, will no doubt fuel the anger of one half of Israel.